All right, so we want to end every podcast with questions from you guys. So if you guys have any questions or comments, or you want personal advice, tech-related, life on a dating advice, just drop us an email. I'm going to set up an email at podcast at the searchforawesome.co, or is it? No, I think it's podcast at searchforawesome.co. Anyway, the link will be in the description if you want to leave us an email, and or you can just comment below. So I found actually three comments in my comment section. First one, this is really cool, by the way. Like, I know a lot of people say like YouTube's really toxic and the comment section is like toxic, but I honestly very rarely have any toxicity in my comment section at all. This Rich Brown a few days ago said, just stop by to say congrats for going from 500 to 2,300 in 3 months. Wow. If you kept up at that rate, you'll be closing in on 10,000 by year's end. This is really nice. Like, people leave that kind of stuff all the time. A lot of people say like things like, I was shocked when I saw you had blank subscribers. It was just, man, people are just so nice. So thank you, Rich Brown, for leaving that comment. This next one is a question that I literally get all the time because I made a video on the Canon T7i, and I basically told people don't buy it, buy the little brother, the SL2. And basically I get the same comment, bro, this is B Ryad, bro, T7i or SL2, question mark. And then also MM Ilias, I think. Which one is better, SL2 or T7i for YouTube and funny vines? And I think I said it in the video, but maybe I didn't make it clear. I think that SL2 is a better deal. I really do. They both have the dual pixel autofocus system, which is really good autofocus, and the SL2 is cheaper and smaller. I know the T7i has got some features, like it's got the digital stabilization, which is nice, so basically it'll kind of correct the footage and make it look not so shaky. But that sometimes works okay, and sometimes it doesn't work that great. Sometimes I even disable it because for whatever I'm using it for, it didn't do a good job. I honestly think the SL2 is a better deal if you're just using it for video. And he also said for funny vines. I did hear Vine is coming back. That'll be a good topic for the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you hear about that?
I did not.
But you can't use a real camera with Vine, can you? Do you know?
I thought you could only use your phone. I thought it was kind of like Snapchat where you had to use your phone to do it.
That is exactly what I thought. I don't know. But anyway, so he's asking, I say SL2 for video. A lot of people in the comments disagree with me. They think the T7i is worth the extra cost, and they like the bigger size. But I think the SL2 is plenty good.
Well, and we've had this conversation several times, not about these specific cameras, but just in general, when it comes to getting equipment to make YouTube videos or make any kind of videos, whatever content you're trying to make, we get so caught up in getting the bigger, more expensive equipment, right? But more expensive doesn't necessarily mean it's so much better. A lot of times when you start getting into really expensive equipment, it's more refined towards specific things that you may not need or know what to even do with yet. Start out small, work your way up. Don't necessarily lean to jump to something really expensive just because you have the money, right? Because if you spend $2,000 on a camera, but you're only getting so many subscribers and making $100 within the year, and that's the only thing you're using that camera for, I mean, that means you're going to spend, 10 years making your money back here? Like, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, unless you're using it for other things. So if you're using the equipment for specific stuff, then advance it. I mean, trust me, this is coming from a guy that loves to buy things. I love to go and spend the extra money and buy everything I can. I'll buy it all if I could, but it's just, I don't know. Save your money, buy the SL2, and use that and enjoy it. You'll love it.
Yeah, and you're talking to the guy who literally wants to buy a new camera like every month. I've bought like 3 cameras since I started YouTube, and I've probably been fine with the first one. So learn from my mistake. I mean, how much better to make my footage, who knows? But I would say this, like, especially for cameras with interchangeable lenses, save the money with the SL2 or like a cheaper camera and just get a nice lens. Use that savings to get a nice lens, because the lens will make a bigger difference than there are like smarter ways, like kind of what you're saying. There are smarter ways to use your money than just to get a nicer camera.
Definitely.
Like I would take my G7, which is a cheap camera with a nice lens, versus the GH5, which is a camera that's four times the cost with a crappy lens any day. It just looks better.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think that's a much better use of your money than trying to get a few extra features that you may or may not use. Hey there, thank you so much for watching this little clip. This is a little segment from the Search for Awesome podcast. It's a weekly show where we talk about internet and tech news. This week was a great week. We talked about Casey Neistat leading Beam. We talked about my thoughts on the YouTube partner program changing. And we talked about Movie Pass perhaps taking over the entire movie industry. A little bit of a conspiracy piece there, but really compelling. And if you want that full experience, the entire podcast, the link is in the description. Or if you're happy with just clips, this is the channel for you to be on. The main podcast is on my main channel, which is The Search for Awesome. That's that channel. This is The Search for More. And yeah, so subscribe here if you want clips. Subscribe over there if you want the full thing. And also check out some of the reviews over there. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you around.